Hello. How are you? How you doing? Welcome to Beema's Crafty Corner. I'm Beema, better known as Els. And let me get this mess off the desk. Ooh, I had a very busy and productive week. Which is to say, I did a lot of stuff. So I have a mess. My apologies. All right, let me get the rest of this out of the way. This is quarterly projects. I'm working on those. Okay. Well, good morning. We are working. Hi. Can I help you? Did you need to come up first? Yes, I love you. Yes, I love you. Hold on, I gotta pet the cat. Y'all know how this goes, right? Okay, let me give him some treats. You go away. Go, or I'll put you outside. All right, there you go. You have treats. You're good for another 2-3 minutes. All righty. Well, thanks for popping in and leaving a like and running off. So we are working on this, which we're calling an album journal. And the reason for that is because we are using one of these scrapbook albums. It's a memory album from Heartfelt Creations. They're no longer in business, but we're also using their pockets and flip fold inserts. We're, of course, using a black one, and we're using black inserts. But that's kind of the gist of it. And so let me get the rubber band off of there. So we have gone through, and in here, there's these fins. There's like 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 of them. And we've altered them a little bit. You know, we've made flip outs with them. That's our first signature going to go right there. Then this one, we just put in a pocket writing space. That's the second signature. This is the part we're working on. This is another fin that we put a belly band on, and then it flips up. Excuse me. And that has a pocket. This is from the flips and folds. Over here, we have this is from the flip and folds. And then we have this, which is also from flip and folds. This is from the flip folds and pockets things. We did a paper clip. This is the third signature that I did off camera. This is from the pockets and flips. And then we did one of our 3-dimensional belly bands on the back. And we used one of the pockets to make a little like filing pocket. So that's where we're at. Okay. So we are working in section B, which is this section right here. And so far, we've got, you know, some stuff. We have a little flip up here, a little tuck over here, writing pages. This is a stacked pocket, and I have a video on this coming up. Let me pull my schedule. It is coming out on the 18th. You can use this as a pocket. You could use it as a belly band. A couple of different ways of doing it. We've used it 2 different ways in this journal. So basically, it's got a pocket in the back and a pocket in the front, and we've used some special dies for that. Then we made this. This is a little paper clip, and we made this. And if you take the paper clip off, this folds out and down, which gives us a lot of extra writing space. And like I said, this is just a paper clip. And when we turn that over, we have a couple of stacked pockets here. We have a little writing page, another writing page. And this is where we kind of left off. We're almost to the middle of this one. And this is actually a playing card from a game called Faces. And I think it looks like Sherlock Holmes. So we have another one that looks like Watson. The one we said was Moriarty. So we're using them throughout the book. So we're going to go ahead and figure out what we're going to do with this today. Probably just going to back it and maybe make a paper clip for it or something and just kind of attach it to this page. So I'm going to get this out of the way and we're going to bring up the stuff for this journal. We have lots of washi tape. Lots of washi tape. We have the flips and folds. We have a lot of paper. Maybe we'll do an envelope. Another journaling card that would work. More paper. And finally, last but not least, our bag of ephemera. All right. So in here, we have all kinds of little bits and pieces of stuff. Tags and words and things. Oh, there's Watson. I think that would be Dr. Watson. Tabs and things that we've pre-cut, and words and things that we have that we can use. We have some stickers. And some little bits and pieces. So we got a lot of stuff here to work with. We just have to kind of figure it out. Now, I did buy this off of Temu, and I found out that it was from a seller on Etsy. So I went back and I bought it on Etsy so that I could, so that I wasn't necessarily, supporting stolen stuff. Hi, Christine. So this is our piece. We're going to back it on something. I don't know. Some cardstock. Just so it's a little bit thicker. And I'm going to go ahead and rough this up just a little bit. It's just going to help the glue adhere. Okay. Hi, Miss Mary. All right, let's see if glue's going to work today. It might not. We never know. Going to give it a try. And today the answer is yes. It's a red letter day. All right. Let's trim this out. Oh, there's a rubber band down. It's gone into the kitty cave. Never to be seen again. Nevermore, nevermore. Okay. Now let's round these out. Wait, that's a little high. Let me get rid of that. Okay. Now we'll round it. All right, so now we have that. We can write on the back. And we have to figure out what we're doing on the front. Too much. Let's trim this off and see what it looks like. I don't want to do too much, but I don't want to leave it just bland. All right, so let's get out our ink. Let's ink this up. And then we'll ink this. All right, now all right, so that's going to go right there. We'll trim the edge and re-ink when we're done. Let's get some glue on this. Okay, now I'll get my icky stickies and trim this. And then we'll re-ink. Okay, so we have a journal card. Now we have to figure out, we're going to do a paper clip for it. So, any book rings in your shop? I couldn't find any at the Dollar Tree or Walmart. I had some in the last sale, and I didn't put them in the shop yet. So the answer to that question is yes. Let me look real quick. They haven't been put into the shop. I think they were in the last sale. Let me look. Yes, they were, and they are at. They were at $2. Okay, so these are everything right now. Let's continue the chemo and radiation. Pain management. I got the regimen out. We'll just have to see if they're going to keep her another night. Observation. I'll keep you updated. Sorry, guys, it's Sandy. Yes, so there was a bag of rings, and they were $2 to answer that question. 2-inch or larger. I'll have to look and see what I have in that size, but I'll let you know. 2-inch rings plus rings for Mary. I will look for you, my darling, as soon as we're done with this live. Okay, we could make him the paperclip. So you could move him throughout the book. We could do that. Let's do that. Let's get this out. I think we're going to have to make more. I think we decided that we were going to have to make more bases because I'm running low. So I'm probably going to make a bunch of bases. But I'm going to make this. No, I'm going to have to just make a paper clip and put it on him because if I wanted to make him into a paper clip, I would have had to have done that already. So let's just use him the way that he is and add a paper clip to him. Yes? Yes. Okay, here we go. Boy, I got a mess going here. Stuff everywhere. All right, so we're just going to add a paper clip to him. And it doesn't have to be spectacular. Maybe we'll use this. Okay. Let me get this out of the way. And let's do some damage here. There we go. It's just a little epoxy piece. Pry those right off. Ooh, I haven't had my pills this morning. Give me a second. Having a heat wave. Guys, it's hot and it's humid here now because we had a little bit of rain yesterday. And by a little bit, I mean like 27 drops.
We had a little more than that at one point.
Okay, so now we need to put something in the center here. Ooh, bet you that's about the right size. Let's see. Let me get. I'm going to test this theory. Perfect. Okay. So now, let's pop this out of here. Oh, we're going to ink. Inky, dinky, doo, inky, dinky, inky, dinky, doo. I don't know if I have any epoxy dots for this, but we'll find out. All right, now I gotta have the right adhesive here. Like this is a sticker and that's metal, and I want to make sure that it stays. So I'm going to put a piece of red line in there. And then move that out of there. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to use just a little bit of 3-in-1. After I get the booger off the top. There we go. Tiny little dots. And we're going to put this down. I'm going to see if I have an epoxy circle for this. If I don't, we'll probably cover it with crystal accents. But let me see if I have an epoxy dot. I might have one that small. If I do, it's going to be in the drawer. So let me look at the drawer real quick. I don't get calls for them that small very often. But Gigi, move. Mommy has to get in the drawer. Okay. Whoa. I have the big table set up in here because I'm doing the Happy Mails. So what a mess. Okay. All right. I don't think I have any in that size. Bummer. Okay, could be in this and that. Let me see. Nope. All right, I'll find them later. I don't really have one right at the moment, but I think I do have them this size. I just don't have them at hand. But if I don't, I'll just put some crystal accents on there, you know? But I'm not going to do that right now because I don't want it wet. I want it to go in the book. Okay, let's get the book. Well, the signature anyway. Hi, Miss Patty Ann. All right, so we're going to go right here where we stuck a pin in it. Get our pin out. And we're going to add him in. Doesn't matter where he goes. We're just putting him on the page, you know? Kind of like that. And we can use that as a tab. Very cool. All right, moving on to the next page. So this is our center, so we don't know what we're doing yet, but, you know, we'll figure it out. Ha. You thought you were going to hide. I knew you were under there. Yeah, you can. I'm crazy, but I'm not that crazy. Yay. So I am now the proud owner of a brand new Smart Tank 6001 from HP. I filled it up and I still got like a half an inch of ink in here. I think I got to put this back in and finish, you know, putting the ink in. But it allowed me to be able to print the quarterlies off last night. And don't you know, the very first thing I printed on it jammed up the printer. I was like, son of a... Yeah. I'm going to go outside now before I throw this brand new printer out the window. It was not funny. It was hysterical, but it wasn't funny. Ooh. I found the rubber band. It didn't make it all the way to the kitty cave. Yay. You get excited about stuff. Harry can't steal it. Yay. Well, thank you for watching a bunch of my videos. I always appreciate it when people watch a bunch of them. All right. So we're going to start off on this page. I think we're going to use this one. Doop. All right. So.
Because you know I'm all about that bass, no trouble.
Okay.
I'm all
Give me a
about
second,
that
ladies.
About that bass, no trouble.
Sorry about that, guys. It was my daughter. And as much as I love y'all, I'm going to answer it when she rings because she don't call me often. But everything's okay.
It's usually something important.
It's usually something important when she calls. Okay. So I'm going to add this. Okay. So back to what we were at. Oh, yeah. The HP. Hi, Jersey. Is it quiet? Yes. It's a lot quieter than I thought it was going to be. And do I recommend it? I don't know. I've used it so far just to print out the quarterly, but I'll tell you what, it does have, hold on, I'll show you the printing. So this one that I have has, I'll throw those on the floor. This one that I have has the automatic double-sided print, which I really wanted because when I'm doing a kit, you're going to fold paper, and I don't like it to be white on the back. So it does an automatic double-sided print, which is nice. This one also prints all the way to the edge if you want it to. I didn't want it to do that, but it also does the automatic, where it puts it out and then flips it and takes it back and reprints on the other side. The prints come out very dry. They're not, sometimes printers can over ink and they come out and they're kind of like damp feeling. These don't. It was a little bit pricey. The printer, an extra set of ink, which you don't need because they said it's like 1,800 sheets of black and like 900 color copies or something like that you can get out of it. So, but I do a lot of printing. But it came with full-size ink containers, which is nice. But a refill, just in case, because I wanted to have one just in case. So a refill, the printer, and the warranty from Amazon was right around $300. So not bad. And it's a 3-year warranty through Assuron, and I've dealt with them before. And I had a printer. I had an old Brother printer. It was an all-in-one machine when they first came out. This was like 15, 16 years ago. And I'd had it for over a year. And they told me to take it to a service center. I took it to the service center because it was having an issue. And the guy looked at it, and he goes, no, a new printer would cost about what it would cost to fix this. And I went, oh, well, that sucks. So I went home, and I sent them the paperwork that the guy had given me, which the inspection was all free. And Assuron sent me a check for the full retail value of the printer. And I didn't even have to pay to ship it back to them. I just went to Office Depot, and they shipped it for me back to Brother, back to Assuron, and they would take care of it from there. But fantastic service. And I've had other issues with products that I've had Assuron on, and they've always taken really good care of it. So, but yes, the HPs, this is an HP. My little black and white one that I use for printing labels is an HP. And the big one that I just pulled out is an HP. It's a great printer. It just, I had the Smart, the Insta Ink on it. They're just not getting it. Like, I've got 12 refills for the little one, and I can't get ink for the big one. They keep sending me the wrong ink. One is a 63, and the other one is a 65, and they keep sending me the wrong freaking ink. So I have like a stack of boxes over there full of ink for the little one that I rarely use. And I have no ink for the big one. So everybody I've talked to says that, the Eco Tank is the way to go, blah, blah, blah. And since it's my birthday and hubby will give me anything I want, I got an Eco Tank. He was actually impressed. He thought it would be more expensive, but it wasn't. So I now am the proud owner of an Eco Tank. All right, we have to figure out what I think we're going to do this or this. No, that's too small. I think we're going to do something like this, and then we're going to put a tag or something in here. Yes? No? Maybe? What do you guys think? I think I like this one better. All right. Let's see if we have a piece of paper that we can use for this. I have a little piece of black here. It is slightly larger. Let's mount this on the black. We'll round the corner up here and use it as a tuck. We'll add some washi tape to this whole thing. That's already inked. Crap. But yeah, I mean, so far, I like it. And, you guys know, I do a lot of printing. But this one has, it has a scanner, a printer, double-sided print to the edge, which is fantastic. It's got the Eco Tanks, so it fills up with a lot of ink. I'm going to put it on, the Insta Ink thing, because you do need to get new print heads and stuff occasionally. And I think that you pay like $5 or $6 a month and they send it to you, kind of thing, I don't know how it works with the Eco Tanks. If it's just like you pay every month and then like every 6 months they send you ink, I don't know. But it supposedly has 2 years worth of ink. I'm sure for me that means about 8 months. Shoosh. I got a straight-ish line. Straight-ish. You heard that, right? Straight-ish. I never claim a straight line. It's never going to happen. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put this in. Right here. This is like a leftover piece from one of those flips. This paper is like butter, guys. It's gorgeous. Yes, I believe it does have fax and Wi-Fi. There's no cable to connect this to the computer at all. So it definitely has Wi-Fi. And I believe it does fax, yes. So, we'll see. I'll give it a couple of days and see if I like it. So far, I got to be honest, I printed all of these out last night, all of these kits, and it took me about 10 minutes, 15 minutes to print all that out, which normally takes me a very long time. So I don't even know what to do with myself now, because I don't have, I'm not spending extra time doing this. That's so sad, isn't it? Actually, I do know what to do with myself. Mike cracked me up yesterday. He's always complaining that I do too much at once. He's like, I'm always going a mile a minute. And when I'm in the zone, I do that. So yesterday I edited and posted 11 videos, uploaded 11 videos. I updated the list. It's all updated. And we now have videos and stuff going through the end of August. Guys, I played with glitter for you. I did. There were gloves involved, let's be honest. Well, I'll tell you guys, I'm going to give this a couple of days. We'll see how I like it, and then I'll give you a recommendation, whether I would buy it again or not. So I'm editing, uploading, and putting, scheduling these videos. And then I was doing Happy Mails because I have like 6 Happy Mails going out plus my Patreon's quarterlies. So I have to do 15 to 20 Happy Mails. So I have out the boxes that I use for the sales, and I put them on the table, and I just go down the line and I put stuff in each box. Yes, the Happy Mails end up being a little bit similar, but I change it out a little bit. So I'm doing that, and I go out to the garage, I come back in, I bring the boxes with me, and I have a whole stack of stuff. And he's like, "What are you doing?" It's like, "Well, I got to do my Happy Mails." He goes, "Yeah, but what's the rest of that? Are you having a sale? No, I'm going to put the Happy Mails, the boxes on the table and do the Happy Mails. And then I'm going to go and I got these orders that need to be packed." And he's like, "Okay." He says, "But aren't you doing your quarterly projects?" I said, "Yeah, they're working right now. I'm getting that done." He's like, "Woman, you got to stop. You got to stop doing 6 things at once." I said, "No." He goes, 4. Cut it down to 4. Would you do 4 things? And I was like, maybe. So then I get up and I start to walk away. And he goes, "Where are you going?" I said, "I got to go to the bathroom." He goes, "Oh, honey." I said, "What?" He goes, "While you're on your way, could you put that food in the oven for me?" Son of a... Yeah, I can't even go to the bathroom without multitasking. I was laughing so hard though. We were like just rolling. We thought that was the funniest damn thing. Yeah, could you stop doing so much? But hey, while you're there, horrible. We're horrible. Well, I got to make sure that I get everything done that needs to be done. I don't want to be one of those people that, puts all kinds of stuff in my Patreon and then doesn't deliver. I want that stuff to be there. And so I spend, quite a bit of time making sure that I get that stuff right. And I keep track of it. This person joined on this day. This is their birthday. This is their, because I want to make sure that I send them a birthday card if I can. If I have a date of birth, at least the year and the month, I want to send them a birthday card. A day and the month, not the year. I don't care how old you are. I just want to send you a birthday card. But I want to be good to my Patreons, and so I try to keep up on everything, and I try to make sure that I got it all delivered when I'm supposed to. And he's like laughing at me. "You goofy woman. You need to slow the hell down." No, I don't want to slow down. And then I come back from the bathroom and he looks at me and goes, "Can you grab me a soda on your way by?" What the? Yeah, let me just do this for you, okay? Good Lord. All right, we're going to put this on here. We're just making a little plate. Look, I got the pin to stay on the magnet today. Yay! You guys have got to see what is coming up. So y'all know this this week when we have the sale, it's going to be my very first digital. I know. So weird. But it's going to be my very first digital. And Michelle and I have collaborated on it. And it is fantastic. Like, we love it. I've sent it out. I've sent out samples of it to a couple of people. And we've gotten really good response. As a matter of fact, I've got response from 5 of the 6 people I sent it to. Yeah. Exhausted from going to get one thing. Hi, Tammy. Exhausted from going to get one bottle of water. I get you. I do.
The worst part about it is the back and forth when you forget what you went there in that room for in the first place.
No, I was telling them about yesterday where you were telling me to maybe do 4 things at once and not 6. But then when I go to the bathroom, you're like, hey, can you put the food in? So, so Patty Ann says she's the same way. She went downstairs about 2 hours ago to get a bottle of water. 2 hours later, she's trimmed the hedges, fed the dog, made coleslaw, took the garbage out. She's exhausted just from getting a bottle of water.
Yep. I know that feeling well.
Don't let me get in the garage. I'll tell you what, this one I'm famous for. I have my sale together. Like, I already know what's going in it, right? I have the paper all written up. Sale is sitting over there in the bins. I'll go out to the garage, come back in, I'll have a handful of stuff, like a box. He'll be like, what is that? Oh, it's stuff I'm going to put in the sale. But your sale's already done. I'm just going to add a few things. Oh, my God, woman. Well, I already have this in the sale, and I found 3 more, so I'm just going to up the number on that. But, and he'll be like, oh, my God, just stop. On a typical day, like a typical day today, I'm going to, here's where we're at with this. I'm going to finish up with you guys here today on this. And then I'm going to go out to the garage and I'm going to collect a bin that I have of stuff that has been in past sales that needs to be photographed to be put into the Etsy shop. It'll take me about an hour to get it all photographed. I'm going to get it all photographed. I actually have a background drop thing. Hubbard built it for me. I signed it. Hubbard built it. But I'm going to take it and go outside. I'm going to take a bunch of photographs. I'm going to load those photographs into my cloud, come back inside, pull the cloud, get them all off, put them on my computer, on my backup hard drive. I'm going to go through and list those items in Etsy. That'll take about an hour and a half. And then I'm going to go out, take those items and put them in the appropriate places in the warehouse. And while I'm out there, I'll find some more things that needed to be photographed that I forgot about. So I'll do the whole process over again. In the meantime, I'm also getting Happy Mails put together and getting those ready to be posted. And then at some point around 3 o'clock, I'm going to take all of that stuff, put it in a postal bin, because I actually have postal bins. Put it in a postal bin and take it to the post office. I'm going to scan each one of those labels. And then I'm going to mail all that stuff out because I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 orders in the shop. I have 9 quarterly kits going out, plus 6 Happy Mails, plus 9 Happy Mails in the quarterly kits. So, yeah. It is the 7th of every month, unless otherwise noted. There is a list in the Facebook group, as well as in my community tab or post tabs or whatever it is, that has everything on it. Usually, we have it on the 7th. I have it on the 7th of every month. But if like the 7th is on a Tuesday, we'll either have it on the Sunday before or the Saturday after. I try to do it on the weekend so that, everybody is there, because I've tried doing it in the weekdays and people are like, well, I couldn't come because I had to work the next day, or, so I always try to make sure that we adjust it. We need something to put in here, guys. What's it going to be? We have this. You little booker. We have that. I think we're putting that in there. All right, moving on to the next page. I really do like that paper clip. I just don't like where it's at. Okay, that's better. It was catching on stuff. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I like it. Okay. Sometimes I do something that's really cool, you know? No, it's here. Right here. It's going to be at 3 o'clock on the 7th. Yeah, see, I even got that in there, and I got it in my head, too. Well, it's right there. June sale at 3 p.m. I wrote it down. Why? Because I don't remember anything. I can't remember crap. Okay. What else? So now I have that sticker that has no eyeball in it. We're going to get rid of it. What shall we do on this page? Somewhere back here. I'm thinking maybe like here. We're going to put Watson in. So let's put a pin in him. Stick a pin through him. Right through his head. That's going to give him a headache. Okay, so now we have this page. What are we going to do here? We could do a nice big pocket, you know. Work out a journaling card for it. You know, something big. Not that, though. I think that's more steampunky than, you know, so we got rid of it. But let's do this. Let's make a big pocket. Make a big pocket? A big pocket, maybe? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, you know what we haven't done in here? How about a belly band, guys? We haven't done a belly band in this whole section. This whole signature. Hey, Steffi J! Let's do a belly band. We haven't done one of those. Let's do one. Or we could do, you know, we could do an altered envelope. Ooh. No. I don't want to do that. I say we do a belly band and put this big card in there. Okay, that's what we're doing. So we need a piece of paper. Like this. And it's going to be long enough. All right, let's cut this down. Oh, by the way, I fixed that other trimmer. You know, the one that tried to eat me. Don't say you didn't know about that. Did it? Tried to eat me. All right, we're going to do this at 1 3/4. I want a thin one. All right, so 1 3/4. Ooh. And then we're going to need some paper, you know. But let me get this done first. Hold on. That's what's coming off. So this one, it tried to eat me, but I tightened this up so it doesn't try to eat me anymore.
Hi, this is Mike with Cox Business Technical Support, calling reference to Cox.
It did. It tried to eat me.
026-9229.
Now, what are we going to use for the paper here? We have. We have this one.
I'm not showing any customer service are being created. Per the notes from the
How about that?
Was on site. He said he noticed the Ethernet card was going to an unpowered CenturyLink router on site. He said he called.
Let's cut that and see what that looks like.
They said
No, because we're going to put this in there, so it has to be something totally different.
If you have any questions about this, feel free to give us a call. We're available 24/7 and can be reached at 1-844-618-3810. look forward to hearing from you so we know whether we can go ahead and close this here ticket.
Here's an
or if we
odd
need further
idea.
assistance.
What if we just put
Thank
this
you,
on
Mr.
there?
Cox Business Technical Support, and have a fantastic day now.
Let's do that. That'll be weird. Let's do it. Okay. All right, so let's cut this off here and here, and we'll see what that looks like. We don't know. It may work, it may not. I may like it, I may not. We could use it as a base and we can decorate it. I'm going to put the lid back on this though because I don't think we're using that anytime in the near future. Let's go ahead and do this. All right, so it's different. We can do this. This card will fit. And then, you know, we can put a little decoration on this. I like it. Let's do it. What the hell? Yeah, you know what? I could have done that. I should have done that. Like one of those fold-out belly bands that does the writing space. That would have been cool. There's a video on that somewhere in my playlist. I don't know. I'm all hyped up today.
I noticed you got the hyper thing going on.
I got work to do. I got to stay hyper. Today, we're doing 9 things at once.
Ooh, not gonna push for an even number, huh?
No, I don't like even numbers. Too organized.
Yeah.
Just too organized. All right. So that's kind of interesting in a weird kind of way. Well, I like it. It's blank. It's plain, but it's not. You know what I mean? All right. So now we can do some little stuff on it. That's what we're doing. Let's ink some things. All right. Yeah, we're gonna need one more thing in order to make this look complete because I went up too high. One more thing, one more thing. We need one more thing. Too small. Oh no. Too big. Hold on. Grab these real quick. Let me cut this out of here. This might be good. It's a little big. It's okay. That works. All right. Gluing this down. Okay. So we have that. And then we have this little, and it's like herbs and stuff, but I think that, he would use this kind of stuff. So maybe not, you never know. So let's see. Kind of like that. Where's that man case? I know it's a man case, but, we can imagine it as being, like an investigative tool. Ooh, it could be. We don't know. What should we do with it? It's here someplace. We'll find it. Need the man case, man. Need a man case. It's always the last thing I find, Like I could go through each single piece of this stuff. I'm going to. Be the last piece I put my hand on. Ha! Man case. Okay. Like, I get it. It's kind of like a grooming kit, but I think if you put it on here, it could be construed as some kind of evidence case. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put it on here as an evidence case. Look, I don't know why this got included in this paper set, but it did. So. Okay, so we're going to add that, just like that. Let's get rid of this. Let's add the word evidence right there. Ooh. Ding, ding. Gluing. What does that say? I don't know. It says notes, but it's very small and you can't read it. Well, I can't because I'm blind as freaking bad. So we're going to put evidence. And then where? Got a whole bag of it. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Look, I'm a lunatic. We all know this. I am quite loony. I'm pretty close to certifiable. That's a little big. Let's make it a little smaller, shall we? A little shorter. Yep. Okay. Okay. All right. That in there. Totally screwed up the signature. Okay, what are we doing over here? I think that'll take up too much of the page. Too much of the page. We're going to add this. I don't know what we're doing with it, but we're going to add it. It's just a little image. I'm not going to make it a tuck or anything. It's just a cool image. We're going to put it right there. And then we'll put some washi tape on the edge. So we're going to put this right here. And then we'll do some washi tape, I think, at the bottom. Let's do this one. All right, here we go. Ready? Booty, 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 booty. I got no idea. Can't the earth move under my feet? I see if the sky is tumbling. See, it's a good thing I don't ever want to be monetized. It's just a trouble whenever you're around. My doggy. See? Perfect. Ah! Looks fabulous. Okay, what did we get done today? Not a whole hell of a lot. We did Sherlock. We did the center. We still have to do all of these. We haven't done any of the tops yet. So we did all those. We did a belly band, and we did this page. That's about all we got done today. So on our schedule, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We should be here tomorrow. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Friday. So we probably have like 3 days left on this before we can start sewing signatures in. But we still have to make the folio for this. Okay, what a mess. Why do you guys let me get so messy? Okay, I know, because I'm not controllable. I get it. Ooh. All right, let's see. What do we got going on? All right, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We have today. There was a tag booklet, so we had a double video this week. We had a one sheet wonder file folder with pockets and belly band. Okay. Then today we had a tag booklet, kind of a cool way of working stuff ahead. Tomorrow and Friday morning, we'll be back here at 10:15, 11:15, 12:15, and 1:15 across the country, working on this album journal. And then we have art therapy tomorrow night at 6 p.m., 7, 8, and 9 across the country. And we have craft with me on Friday. It's not a to be announced. I actually have it in there. I just don't remember what it was. Something with envelopes that I remember. Then Saturday, we're going to have my sale. That's going to be at 3 o'clock, 4, 5, and 6 across the country. And we'll have our regular game on Sunday. Then there's a giant ticket tag coming out on Monday. So very, very full. You can see the month is pretty full. We've got a couple of different things to be coming up. I also have a free class coming out at the beginning of July. It will be the 7th, 8th, and 9th. It's a beginner's class. We are currently posting through August. So if you want to get a copy of the list, it is updated. I updated it yesterday.
This is Mike with Advanced Technical Support, calling on a recorded line. How you doing today, man?
So I'll let you guys know how I feel about this eco tank after, like a week or so. Give me some time to put it through its paces. I have a whole lot of stuff to get done today. I have to get my regular Happy Mails in the mail today. And then my,
Yes.
My quarterly projects finished up and packaged, and get those and those Happy Meals in the mail today, or at least by tomorrow.
Well, it looks like, according to the information you've seen
So lots of stuff to do, lots of things to figure out.
It's a small cell dark fiber, and we found a break to fix that. And
Put that away.
let's see here.
And what else?
He said that they found the break.
All right, so that's it. So
fixed it.
if you're new here and you haven't done so already, hit the button. Why not, right? Like, here's the deal. If I haven't offended you yet, hang out, because it will happen. So push the button if I haven't offended you. And what else? Go over to my post or community tab here on YouTube or my Facebook group. Both of those have a list of everything that's going on in my digital world. Also, if I'm traveling, when I'm traveling, where I'm traveling, well, general direction. And what else? If I have free classes coming up or something like that, it's all going to be listed in there. And
is it up? Is it running? Is it happy?
don't forget, if you have a video idea or you've seen a video and you'd like a different different take on it, maybe, I don't know, maybe they used metric and you want it in imperial, whatever it is, go ahead and send me the video. I will watch it. If it's something that I think I can do justice to, I will do the project. If I do the project, I will send you a copy, the copy that I actually make in the video. So, yeah. That's it, guys. That's all I have. Check out my Ko-Fi for some free digitals, or go by my Patreon to support the channel. Until I see you again, stay hydrated, stay indoors, and stay well, my friends. I love you guys. Bye-bye.